What is up, YouTube? It is good to see my late night people. Good Lord. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. There's 350 of you in the room already. As you see, new clues emerge in the Summer Wells case. Is this true or is this not true? Okay, so if you're just tuning in, of course, there ain't many of you here because it's super late. So make sure you like this video so people get to see it tomorrow. YouTube shares it out a little bit. Okay, so a video emerged tonight from Cher and Justin where they're going over a photo that Don Wells sent to Cher. Okay, now this is where it gets crazy. You know, apparently when you send a photo from some devices, it'll show you the little pictures under the device, like on a smartphone or a tablet. Well, apparently Don had sent Cher a photo of little Summer Wells. But what he didn't realize was there were some pictures underneath really small. Them are the pictures that are in your photo gallery for anybody that's halfway smartphone savvy. Or on a messenger, like you'll see them at the bottom of your page on your computer. So apparently, Justin and Cher, they go in and they zoom in on these pictures. And these pictures are what they are alleging. Now, this is from Cher and Justin. They're alleging that little Summer Wells and some of these pictures are laying on a bed in a bathing suit, posing. Okay. And some of these ones, she don't have shirts on and things of this thing. Basically, they're saying there's inappropriate pictures of Summer Wells that has been leaked from Don to Cher accidentally underneath the picture he sent her. Now, they haven't showed these pictures. They haven't showed the pictures, but they're describing these pictures to the viewers, okay, of what these pictures are. Now, I can't play her video. There ain't really much to see anyway, because me and Cher never really got along. It all stems back to that Georgia thing when her and Bullhorn Betty were in cahoots, right? She's online talking bad about me, but her and Betty were working together, right? See, but I didn't know that. So ever since then, I really haven't trusted this lady because, you know, YouTube is like a whole bunch of smoke and mirrors. You can't never believe nothing you see. Okay, because there's always something happening behind the scenes in this shit. It's like the WWE. There's like a puppet master somewhere that pulls all the strings. I don't know how this shit works. But anyway, I ain't never really get along with this lady because I didn't like her defending Leilani, you know, and the things she was saying, and it was just all a setup. She was really trying to get in to do them harm. Okay, so that's how YouTube works. So I really never mess with this lady. So I don't want to show her video and she strike me. But what I will do is we're going to play the audio from this so you guys can hear what they say these images are, because it's better to hear it from them because they're the ones saying it. Now, look, they say this information has been turned over to the TBI, which is the right thing to do. If you have some valuable information on Summer Wells, don't turn it over to a YouTuber. Turn it over to the police where it'll do some good. And I'm a YouTuber telling you that, okay? Because out of all this, I really do want answers for Summer Wells. That's it, right? If it ended today, I would be the dude to celebrate, okay? Not that the girl's gone, but this is over. That this circus finally ends, okay? The animals get to do their last lap around the circus, you know, and bam, they take down the big top. And everybody moves on to something else. And we get the answers that the internet deserves for this little girl. Okay. So give me a second. Let me pull this video up. Share audio. Now, when it gets to the pictures they show, I will pull the picture up. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't want this lady striking me. This is used under fair use of the DOLLY Act of 1976 or 75, 70, somewhere in the fucking 70s. Okay. Let's do it.
Oh, yeah, you do sound better now.
I was on the wrong mic. So I was on the wrong mic for my whole live.
Oh,
And I
shit.
just did.
I don't think it sounded bad, though.
Oh well.
But this does sound better.
Okay, so now, like
Hi
I said,
everyone. I'm not gonna. I don't know if I'm
these pictures were not shown. We're taking this as the source. Cher and Justice have seen these pictures. All right. Now, the question is this: Are they a trustworthy source? Press 1 in the chat for yes. Press 2 in the chat for hell to the nah, nah, nah. We can't believe what these people say. Which one is it? Should we believe them or should we not believe them? People say Justin won. I see some 2s. I see some 2s. I see some 1s. Okay, so that's 50-50. So maybe we should believe them. Maybe we shouldn't. It's one of them. One just J for A is okay. Justin maybe, but believe nothing from Cher. Is that what we're going with? Possibly Justin's telling the truth, and Cher, we just don't believe her at all. Is this how this operating today? Okay, let's do it.
gonna slow the chat down. So, okay. We can't really show you because it had to go to the law and it is a little inappropriate. I can show you half of it, but
Right.
we had to crop out. So I was going back through some old conversations with me and Dawn and me and Candace, me and Dawn and Candace, which I do all the time. Like I'll see something that.
See, you could never tell if Cher is friend or foe. See what I mean? She was friends with Dawn and Candace. Now she's the one turning over information to the TBI. Right? She tried to friend Billy Joe, Leilani, and she would have just turned information over on them as well. You know, it seems a little snaky to me. But if that's her game plan, befriend you, turn on you, and if that works for her, and so be it. I mean, it seems so. She seems to be able to befriend these people pretty damn easily, though. Look, damn Billy Joe, she had a big Cher sign on her whole fence. She could have used that fence to put up a big picture of Quentin Simon, but no, she put Cher's face up. So she has a way of getting in with people. I give her that, gaining their trust. But how many times can you gain people's trust just to screw them over in the end? And you think about it, you see Justin, this is how much smoke and mirrors this shit is, okay? If you remember correctly, Justin was in Georgia against Leilani. Y'all remember that? Cher was the opposition. I didn't know that everybody was teammates. Nobody gave me the memo, okay? And that's what made me mad. And that's why the first time I left Georgia, when I found that out, I was like, all right, I'm out, right? I don't get involved in no fakery. I just don't. And if everybody ain't on the same page, I ain't trying to be in the same book with you. It's just like that. You know what I'm saying? Until everything came to a understanding and people filled me in, I wasn't having no parts of that. Okay. I just don't know. Do we trust these people? I trust Justin a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But then again, Cher was the one stirring up all these problems down there. And now Justin is right on the panel with her. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. You can't believe nothing you see on the internet. This stuff is smoke and mirrors. Like, I'm part of it and I can't even figure it out. That's just real. Like 100.
And I'll go jump into my conversations or someone.
I don't know who's friends and enemies up here. I really don't. I don't think there's really a line. I don't think there's really a line. I think you can talk bad about everybody and they still consider you your friend. I don't really understand that. That's really what's like. You can get up here and fight with somebody, but then it's all just, it ain't nothing. It's all bullshit. I don't operate like that. I just don't.
one's online and they're talking about a certain something. I'm like, wait a minute, let
Right.
me find in our conversation. So I'm constantly going back. And he's also contacted me off of
There's no
so many
answer, I
different
guess.
phone
Right?
numbers and Facebook pages, right? Every time they have him stop communication with me. But recently he's
It's called frenemies. Okay. I don't know. There's some this YouTube is like a game of Survivor. There's these weird alliances, these undercover alliances, people friends with people behind the scenes and things like this. I'm probably gonna get voted off, okay? Because I don't do that snaky, sneaky shit. It just I don't do it. It just I don't think because when I'm not doing this, I'm like eating Cheetos and smoking and watching a movie. I don't really got that time for that whole plotting and planning. You know, I'm not a plotting and planning kind of guy. I don't plan.
left some sporadic
Free Clover.
comments and calling me a psycho on my videos and my posting. So he's still watching. Hey, Don. Let me pull up. Okay. So should I explain a little bit, Justin? And then
Yeah,
like how,
yeah.
sorry, I'm like
Explain the
shaking.
context.
Okay. Let me pull it up and then I'll
It's
explain.
disturbing. It's
Yeah.
disturbing.
But we can't show you guys what's like truly disturbing about it, but you'll get a idea, okay? But know that it went immediately to the TBI this morning.
You can
This afternoon.
look. I don't care what people say. Listen, when I went somewhere, what I do out my heart. I don't do because of no fakery, fuckery, people setting stuff up, people plotting and planning, putting people to push people's buttons. So you can say whatever you like to say, you know, but that don't phase me none. Dolly knows who he is. What? I do a million good things. You're gonna judge me for the one bad thing that happened? You had that right. Think what you want to think.
Yeah.
There's nothing to see. Like, look.
Oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna have to make that off.
It's just so there's really nothing to see.
Actually, that's good anyways because I have to post. Oh no, wait, hold on. Okay. While I try to edit out something here, I think I can do it this way.
Yeah, but I ain't in no trouble from the Georgia stuff, so it all worked out. Me and Eileen have spoke since then. You know what I'm saying? We don't have no hard feelings over each other. Somebody put her up to that. I should have handled it better. You know, I shouldn't have took the bait, but I did. And it's a learning lesson. I ain't getting no trouble. I'm still here. All the haters, they were like, Dolly going to jail, Dolly this, Dolly that. I don't see it. I don't even see it. I didn't even have to go to court. Never one time even appeared. So it all worked out.
The reason you can't see it is because of the pictures that
are shown on what Don sent me.
Right.
There's something wrong.
Yeah.
Let me just, but we're going to show you guys part of it. We just can't show you all of it. It's just not right. And you'll understand because we'll explain it to you and we'll tell you, and you're just going to have to believe.
That is right, Free Clover.
Don didn't, I don't think Don realized what he was sending.
No.
When he sent this to you.
He had no clue what he just done.
Right.
No clue. There's no way. So I'll explain it, you guys. Don had sent me kind of right before you watch the spill out of this next round of trying to stop Don from communicating. You saw it spill out. You don't know everything that was happening behind the scenes with Don and Candace and me, but you saw the fighting and everything and how it kind of ended live. But there was a lot more before, during, and after what you saw live. And I do think now today that this has something to do with that.
You believe that Tim Mullins also has photos. Listen, something weird's going on here. Now, I haven't seen the photos. And like I said, I trust Justin a little bit. Cher, I don't really trust Cher because, like I said, I try to explain why I don't trust her because of that stuff that went on in Georgia. Now, if they would have told me, it would have been a different story. But they didn't. They try to keep me out the loop of what was really happening. And, you know, that whole Georgia thing to me was crazy. So I don't know. I don't know if I can trust a lady, if it's a big deal, or if it's just regular old pictures of Summer and she's making it out to be like it's something really bad. I don't know. I haven't heard the whole thing. I just heard pieces of this, and I was like, okay, if this is true, the possibility that they really may have sold this kid is out there. Okay, because they're posting photos like this. This is so they can show these photos to people. And why would they want to be showing these photos to people unless a lot of these people that are saying, hey, they may have sold Summer, there may be something to it. Now, or they're bullshitting us for clicks and views. I don't know. I'm going to take it as they have something. If it was just Cher saying it, I probably wouldn't believe it. But she does have Justice up there with her. And I believe he would tell partial truth. Okay. I don't trust anybody on these YouTube streets. Nobody.
Because I was told by Don that I can't remember if he said, don't tell Candace she'll be pissed, or Candace is pissed that I showed you. I can't remember if she knew or not. But okay, let me just post these.
Dolly, your subs are gone. What do you mean my subs are gone? We've added almost 3,000 people this week. Thank you guys. Everybody's been subbing and watching. You guys are absolutely awesome. And if you haven't, make sure you like this video. I see we got some trolls in the room tonight. Welcome, trolls. Y'all make my watch time good. So hang out, chill, enjoy Grace and popcorn, and talk shit. Okay?
And
if you don't get kicked.
Okay.
Thank you, Aaron.
Okay, hold on. Sorry, I gotta refresh my page.
No, you're not blocked. Like it says, "Am I blocked now?" No, you're not blocked.
I could see how it would be overlooked. You know what I mean? The way that it was sent, but you obviously have a sleuth eye. And
she has something. Okay, I don't know about a sleuth eye. Cher is a troll. I don't know. I mean, I don't know the lady like that. I just know she's Canadian or lives in Canada. Okay, with the geese. She lives with the geese. I blame Canada. Okay, I ain't got nothing to do with these people. This is some WWE. Okay, this is WWE. I'm waiting for Ric Flair to run out. Okay.
And you,
Dolly,
yeah,
you're awesome.
It took me a while though. Holy shit! That was sent to me probably like September. I'll go back and look at the
late SmackDown.
Okay, let me share my screen.
Nah, here's the thing. I got nothing personal against these people. Dolly coming in, I didn't know the game. Okay, you got to remember, I've only been in this true crime stuff for 2 years. I didn't know it was a show. Okay, that people are lying with each other and people are friends and they fight and it ain't real. I didn't know any of that shit. Okay, I had never had nobody sending trolls. You got to learn the hard way sometimes. True crime is the craziest. If you plan on being a channel, don't come into true crime. Trust me, pick something else. I don't care how much you love true crime. Find something else you love. Pick that to be a YouTube creator about. You come into this world, you're not going to believe it. Like, I was on YouTube years before I started doing true crime. And it was nothing like this. True crime is totally different. It has the worst trolls, the nastiest people, the most shadiest creators in all of creation. There's frenemies, allies, enemies of enemies, and friends of friends. And it is the collect Legos or something, right? Create a Lego channel, food tasting. Do not come near true crime. If you want to keep your sanity, create a channel doing something else. Trust me.
Okay. So, can you guys see that?
Okay, so I'll show what she's showing. I just pause it when I show her stuff because I don't want her to strike me. This picture has never been seen by anyone but you as a thank you. Oh, I will never share it. Thank you. I will treasure it. Okay, now here's the thing. I've seen all the photos. I've seen this photo. So it'd be like you're the only person that's ever going to see it. I sat down at the Wells' house and flipped through the whole family album. Okay. They got a bunch of pictures that they've never released. And I talked to Candace about this, and Candace said that's her baby. She don't want to share that with the internet because everything they put out, they said that people flip and turned it into something like she's dirty, her hair's bad, and she's, you know what I'm saying? And they just start hating and using it to hate on her. So she hasn't released any of these pictures. But look, there's not very many good pictures of Summer, but they have a lot of good pictures of Summer. A lot of good pictures of Summer, a lot of good pictures of the boys. All of them look happy. I don't know like why the worst pictures ended up on the internet. I really couldn't explain that one, you know? And when I was flipping through the album, I even told Don and Candace, I was like, why don't y'all share this? It makes you look more human. Like, you know, you get to see the kids when they're having fun and they're not dirty. And, you know, why? And then they just didn't want to share those images with the world. But everything ain't like doom and gloom, dirty, bad pictures. You know what I'm saying? They had good family pictures too.
I don't think I can enlarge it very well. But I had to crop out the top. The white little bubble, that is Dawn speaking. The orange is myself. And I had to crop off the top because that's where some of the pictures were showing that I will not show you. Probably ever, to be honest. I'm not sure.
Okay, so basically Don shares this picture with her. This is the picture. When it gets up, I'll show it to you. But this is the one they're claiming that underneath it, it had some screenshots of other pictures in the gallery. And these pictures in the gallery were supposed to show Summer Wells posing.
Sure. I don't know how appropriate it is, but he said that, you know, he sent the picture. This picture is...
Hey, Dumpling, you want to come up? I'll post a link for you. And that's the link.
Never been seen by anyone but you as a thank you. I said, I will not share it. Thank you. I will treasure it, which I do treasure it, but I have to share it. And I have shared it one other time, but it was cropped. But I didn't know. I just shared it because it was a picture of Summer, right? And so.
Okay, here's the picture. Can y'all see that? Let me blow it up. That is the picture they're talking about of Summer. And you can see it's on like a iPad that is cracked up. Now, what they're saying is underneath that picture, the rest of the gallery is underneath it. And they've cropped it. So you can't see the other pictures. So we can only go by what they're claiming. No, I talk too much over the video. Okay. I'll have too much to say. Come on up, Dumpling. I don't care if you talk. Don't be scared.
So Don sent me this picture.
Mm-hmm.
And
all right. So we seen the picture. That way she don't clip me.
As you can see, well, I don't know if you can really see, but it's on my community post, but maybe how it's cropped. I'll see if I can get a better.
I mean, she looked like a happy kid, normal little girl. I mean, she don't look her hair don't look well kept, but it ain't short and cut. You know what I'm saying? And I really think that's why they cut it. It's just so they didn't have to deal with it.
Picture of it. Now, I thought that this was just a screenshot that Don had taken like on his phone and just sent it to me, right? Like we all know how to do that, right?
Or lice. Yeah.
But at closer looking today at it, and I did send this stuff to Justin because I needed someone that I could trust that wouldn't.
You needed someone that people would believe.
Just put shit out there and, you know, and that I could talk to and just like, know, like, am I seeing shit or is this like something, you know? Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, so Don had sent me this picture. I thought it was just a screenshot and I looked at it, loved it, got to talking to him, and then more crazy shit was happening and, you know, get sidetracked.
You use Justin to get
Look at her. She's beautiful, right?
Yes.
So what I realized today is that it's not just a phone screenshot.
Yeah, I agree. This don't prove anything. This is just, we're going by what they're saying. Okay. If this is real and they're taking compromising photos of Summer Wells, that ain't good. You know, because there's a lot of people out here saying, hey, they may have sold this kid, owed a debt for this kid. Why would you have pictures of your daughter in a bed like they're saying? Now they're saying this. Like I said, I haven't seen the photos. I have no clue if they're telling the truth, if they're lying, if this is just for clicks and views, or if there's something to it. But like I said, I haven't even listened to the whole video. When I heard it, I was like, they have pictures of Summer Wells. Why didn't they just blur out the pictures or something of that nature, you know? I mean, I don't recommend showing anything inappropriate on the internet. But how can we believe you? You know, I don't really want to see it anyway. But if it's something important and it was that, don't you think they would arrest Don? And she's saying she just turned this over today. So
this is a picture that he took with his phone of either a tablet or another phone. Mm-hmm. And on the bottom of this picture, when you guys know, when you go in your, you know, iPads, whatever, your touch screen phone.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, so they've sent these pictures to Justin. She has. So, I mean, so she has a little bit of backup. Okay. A little bit of backup on what they're saying, what they're accusing. If it was just if it was just her up here saying it, I wouldn't believe it. But since Justin's up there, I'm going, okay, maybe there's some truth to what he's seeing because she sent it to him. So how inappropriate is it? Is it just her being a kid on a bed and they took a picture of her? Or is it more sexual in nature, you know?
Phones, whatever, smartphones. If you go in your pictures right now, you're going to see your whole roll of like several other pictures.
Right. Yeah, you'll see like the roll. You know, you see the main picture and then you see the roll like with iPhones and stuff. It's specifically like you'll just see, you know, the main picture and then you'll see multiple pictures, very, very, very small pictures
mm-hmm.
at the bottom, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're talking about.
So I cropped it out because the entire thing did go to the TBI as soon as I knew I wasn't just seeing things. Okay.
Okay. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Is it something innocent that she's making a big deal about? Okay. And I don't know what's with all these YouTubers that become their friends and then just slam on them. There's a lot of that goes on the internet. Everybody befriends them thinking they're going to tell them something to get them locked up. I don't get that. You know, why do you hide your motive in the beginning? You know what I told Don? I told Don Wells, I said, I think y'all did it. Y'all covered it up. That was our conversation the first time I met Don. And Don said, no, I didn't do that. But that's what I told him. I didn't be like, hey, do you want to hang out and play checkers? I didn't even try to become his friend. I told him what I thought. And then he went into explaining that that wasn't the case. And he just from there was trying to, prove me wrong. But like, I didn't go, hey man, let's go fishing together. I didn't do that. Like, I don't get these, like BK, right? Go friend them, go stay at their house, steal money from them, exploit them, and then turn on them. That's the internet. That is literally what's happening.
And I see everyone in the chat, but I really have, this has like bothered me all day, and Justin, so and Mark. So I just want to like focus on this and then pay attention to chat. I'm sorry. And Justin's going live after this again too, so we'll meet everyone over there again, right?
We'll try. We'll see.
Okay, possibly. We'll be
we'll
watching. See. Okay. So when I tell you he did not realize what he sent, like I didn't even realize really what he sent until today. Mike, it ain't good. So Justin, I don't know if you can kind of help me describe.
Wasn't it Cher that sent some pictures to Don Wells? Didn't Cher send some pictures to Don Wells? Wasn't there some like alleged pictures that leaked? Chad, am I right? My memory might not be good. Am I right about that? Wasn't there some pictures she sent to Don Wells? I'm right on that. That leak where she was in like the little outfit and stuff. Okay, Grandma's on. Everybody's saying, okay. Damn, my memory ain't as bad as I thought it was. Booty pics to Don Wells. Okay. Dumpling, show yourself in the back, so because I've been getting trolled. Okay, I got you. Hey, Dumpling.
Hey.
Hey.
That was definitely her who shared photos.
So sharing photos with Don Wells, freaking on the weekend, Dumpling.
She did.
I don't know what's up with y'all ladies out here sharing your booty cracks like that.
No, we're awful. Did you watch this any further before?
No, I just knew a few minutes. I got cliff notes on it that they said there was inappropriate images of Summer, and I'm trying to make it through it. I don't really watch Share, like I said, because we had that bad thing go on. I don't fake stuff. I don't mess with you. I don't mess with you.
I understand. So what you're gonna see is Justin stands up and he asked her, don't blow me up, but he kind of, shows how she was posing in these photos.
Oh Lord, I don't know if I want to see Justin position. That might be something I won't never get out of my mind.
Well, it's definitely not. It's definitely, I'm trying to be careful, but you see what I'm saying.
Okay.
They're not innocent. The poses are not innocent. So
they're not. So they did have her in like compromise and.
Oh, yes, absolutely. They had photos of her with just her back showing, and someone else. I'm going to say one more thing and then I'll quit. I mean, I have so much in my mind about this. It's like exploding. Someone else said in her comments that, do you remember Madalena Kojakari?
Not right off.
Okay, well, she was this pretty little girl who her mom and her stepdad both got arrested, and she hasn't been found yet. I can't remember if it was Colorado where she went missing from, but they think that she was sold also. So she had pictures. I'm going to turn my camera on, guys. Don't get scared because I look. She had pictures with her arms up like this on her mom's camera. And everyone said that was weird. So what that is people were saying that it's for potential buyers to see the whole, oh my gosh, I mean this with as much respect as I can for these babies, but for buyers to see what they're getting. Okay.
Yeah.
Justin thought it was very strange that Summer was also posed just like that in one of the photos. So that's all.
Okay. All right, let's play it. You gonna hang out with me?
Yeah.
All right.
With keeping it,
Mm-hmm.
classy as we can.
Right. There is photos of, it appears very posed pictures of Summer on a
I hope
bed.
not.
In a swimsuit.
She does have like a swimsuit on that photo. There's photos of, see, it's so hard to see that,
You guys will
just
have to understand why we can't show it, because it's honestly, we feel it's that bad that we aren't showing it. Okay, so you just have to either believe or don't believe. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
But just know, like, here's the thing. He has multiple pictures of Summer on this tablet or phone that he has now taken a picture of. He has this, which means he did not turn in certain devices, which we already knew he didn't turn everything in to the TBI. Yeah. You can't see anything because I cropped it out. But if you go on your own phone and go in your gallery, it should, or most phones do. But
there's photos of her with just her.
I don't know why she's sharing them. I mean, if it's showing a child in an inappropriate.
So what I want to, a lot of people in chat are saying, why is she just saying this, just now coming out with it? I know it seems like, I mean, I don't watch her either, guys, so I don't have a like or hate.
She said she just noticed it.
Yes, she said she just noticed those down there because they're a tiny little roll, and they're definitely from another device, because the device that they were taken from had a crack in the screen. And if y'all remember, Can said, I think on Daisy's, that I think it was her or Dawn, either one, said that they had just found a tablet, iPad that they forgot they had, that TBI did not, or LE did not collect because they forgot they had it, and that they had found some photos of Summer on it. And one more thing I wanted to mention was, everyone's saying swimsuits aren't bad. Well, some of these photos, they are saying she had on only bottoms or absolutely nothing. So not a full swimsuit, guys. It was
That'd be bad.
Right.
Definitely bad.
Her back showing.
You can
just
tell
her back. There's nothing.
Yeah,
there's nothing in front. There's nothing in front.
It's just her back, but you can tell that there's no clothes on this person. And there's other pictures of Summer being posed in this outfit that you see, but in different.
She's got like one photo of like her hands up.
Yeah, like up above her head. Weird.
You know how people are like.
Okay, we got Bullhorn Betty in the back. Bullhorn Betty.
Hey guys.
Hey Betty.
Hey guys. So I did want to come in here because I just got a few things to say. I've got a few things to say. First of all, people can beat me up, but I'm going to want to see those photos. I'm not going to take Cher's word for anything. I personally know the level of fuckery she's willing to go to. For stories, for information, and for anything else. So yeah, I want to see those photos personally, but I'll let you keep going. I got things to say.
Okay. All right.
Okay, don't, but it's like this.
Yeah.
It's real weird. Very strange. Very strange. And then there's two photos.
Betty, why don't you just get the pictures from Justin? That's your homeboy. And you could probably get them from Cher. She'd send them to you.
Yeah, she'd send them to Betty, I think.
Yeah, I just want to see them. If I feel that they're compromising, and my question will be why, law enforcement searched their property multiple times and didn't locate this tablet that they just happened to find. I mean, if that house was thoroughly searched, all the electronics should have been found.
Well, we know what all the electronics were definitely not good. They had other phones for sure.
Yeah, they've even slipped and said that, haven't they?
Yeah, I mean, they got other phones right after it happened. So did Hunter, you know, and things of that nature. So they had. I don't think they turned over everything. You know.
I have a question, Betty, for you, real quick.
Yeah, hold on just a second. Let me ask this question. Why would they not, if they knew that law enforcement needed all their electronics and they know that law enforcement forgot to check electronics, why would they not just proactively turn those things over to law enforcement for them to check just to be cooperative? That would be my first question. But go ahead.
Do you remember Can saying that she had a photo? I mean, not a photo. I'm sorry, a phone that she meant to go turn in and she hasn't gotten to it yet?
Yeah, isn't that the same one that they said they ended up throwing into the bottom of the...
Yes.
The lake.
Yeah.
So
that seems odd to me. Why would you throw a phone into the lake if your child is missing and law enforcement needs to find out what happened? What if your child was on the phone or playing on the phone and was speaking to somebody that you didn't know about?
Well, just thinking, what if you got your dope man and all that stuff in your phone and you don't want, there's other stuff in your phone that you don't want people seeing. Maybe she got some titty pictures.
No,
I get it, but when you have a child missing, I don't care what officer sees my boobs. Go through my phone, find my daughter.
The only
You know, I'm going to tell y'all this. Listen, so I was on a case looking for somebody. I ain't going to tell y'all who I was looking for because I don't want to put the people out there. But this was a person. It was a woman, and she was trying to show me the picture, like a most recent picture of somebody. So she pulls out her phone and she shows me, like, she goes to flip, and like the second picture in is just straight her titties. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's like trying to flip through them quick, and it's a bunch of pictures of her titties. And eventually she gets past her titties and gets to the person. She goes, "I'm sorry about that. That was just some titty pictures." And I was like, "Oh, it's okay." You know, look at the pictures. She's so, ladies, clean your phones up. Okay. You never know when you have to show somebody your photo gallery.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just not a photogenic type of person like that. So you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff being on my phone.
Yeah. She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. It was just my titties."
Why are people doing this?
That's questionable.
I don't know.
Wait, Dolly. I've got a question for Betty real quick. If she turned these photos into the TBI, would they tell her not to talk about this, or would she still have free will to talk about it?
I mean, you got free will to talk about anything you want. Why you don't have to stop talking about stuff because you turn something over to TBI, would you?
Right.
That's what I thought.
Law enforcement would naturally tell anybody in any kind of case like this, just keep your mouth shut and let us do our job. But obviously the Wells haven't done that from out the gate.
Right. So she's not, no one's telling, free will. Yeah, free will. Okay.
Now, here's my question. Are these pictures compromising enough they're going to get Don locked up?
She's making him sound that way. That's why I want to see him.
Or here's my theory. Either they can, get him on Child P if they can find those photos on his devices, or
but couldn't they get her for that and Justin for that because they're on his devices too? If they're considered deemed that,
I mean,
that's why I wouldn't want to see him. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, you sitting next to Keegan Klein.
If anything, another charge could be incriminating an investigation for not turning those phones in. They could get them on that to get them back in.
Yeah, there's some obstruction charges for them willfully trying to redirect the investigation.
Well, what would they bad be on them a tablet anyway? Even if they did something bad to somebody, you think they're videotaping it and taking pictures of it? Or but if they did sell her, maybe there would be some proof of that.
Well, I'm sure they would be to be sending them to people,
Yeah, that's some dark web stuff there. Let's get through so he can explain what they look like, because I still don't know everything. So right now he's explaining she's in some poses, but she's wearing this outfit. And this is the outfit, guys, just so I can show y'all real quick. They're talking about. So if they show anything else, I'll pull it up, but I just ain't gonna show her video. So
neither.
I don't know if it is food,
right,
or if it is. How would you say it, Chair?
To me, looks possibly like, I don't know, bloody bruising of something, or like
it
a
could be
very
food.
brown English muffin. I don't know. It's so blurry. He sent the picture like kind of crooked too, and you
Right,
can't really
it's
make
kind
him
of
out.
lopsided, but it could be some type of food, or it could be some type of accident of some sort. You can't tell in these two photos, but they're identical. But
Mhm.
but here
It's
it
right
looks like
beside the naked
it's in a
back.
car.
It does look like it's in a car. You know, it looks like car windows around whatever this is.
Right.
So it's very weird. But in all of the pictures, Summer does have her, you see her, she's got that longer, it's not freshly shaven hair. But let's say the other two pictures that we can't tell what are, let's say that they're nothing, that it's a plate of food or just something in a car. The rest of the pictures are questionable and disturbing enough that it's, like I said, I'm not showing them, and the only other person that has them is Justin.
At the very
I think in
minimum,
Cotton Candy.
at the very minimum,
Oh,
it needed to be sent in. I mean, it.
Now, I'm not hearing them say nothing super. There's a picture of her back. When did they get? Hey, Dumpling, when did they get to the part where she was nude or?
Whenever he stands up at his chair and poses and says that she's only wearing bathing suit bottoms and no top, you will see what they mean. I believe, in my opinion, you know how bad they are.
Okay.
ASAP.
Well, like I told them today, I was like, I don't know. So I did call the TBI and I said, listen, I need to speak to whoever's in charge of Summer's case. And they put me in charge with, I believe, the same gal I've been in contact with many times. It sounded the same. I didn't ask.
To take you through it?
And I told her everything. And when I was explaining the picture, she was like, whoa, 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 you can't email those to us. Ryan, Donald had sent them to me.
She couldn't email them to him. I wonder why she couldn't email them.
Not realizing what he sent. He had sent me this picture here.
She'll tell it.
And said that it was a picture that was never shared with other people and that he was just sharing it with me. And I think like a couple other creators, maybe Benny, I don't know, but
Who was Cotton Candy?
I guess I thought I saw her in your chat. Maybe not. Betty might know. Maybe it's one of her mods, or either just.
No, Cotton Candy. There's Cotton Candy Boobs, and she's a small creator, but a moderator of shares, and she's been a long time moderator of shares ever since I can remember.
Oh, okay. I'm just wondering who these people are. All right.
He said anyway he was sharing it with me as a thank you for everything that I've been doing for Summer's case. And then I saw that there was pictures on the bottom, but like I said, I got distracted probably arguing with those dipshits some more and didn't look back at it again. Okay. And I looked super careful today. I was like, wait, what the fuck? There's something wrong here. And I was zooming in. I don't have the best eyesight either, but I kept zooming in. I'm like, okay, for sure I see Summer like on a bed or a bench in a swimsuit. And it's weird because it's like the back of her, like it's not even a normal, it
doesn't even look like there's I'm looking at it now, sure.
It's like a peach color swimsuit, right?
It's like a peach or a pink collared swimsuit, but I don't even see a top on her, to be honest with you. I can't see it, but again, the pictures are so tiny.
Yeah.
And then
why don't they blow the pictures up? All you gotta do is save it and then zoom in on it.
I think that they're so tiny that once you blow them up, they'll still be blurry.
Oh, they're kind of pixelating.
That's what I think. That's I would guess, you know.
If I remember correctly, it was photos, because I remember this. I kind of, unless these are new photos, but I remember a discussion like this over a year, maybe even 2 years ago, where people were looking at all these photos of Summer, and at the bottom, when they did the screenshot, they captured the roll at the bottom. So they're tiny little thumbnails at the bottom of the photo that when you blow up, they just get really pixely.
Yeah. All right.
Mike.
Just her back.
So they can't really tell if she's
yeah, I mean, there's a reason they did not turn whatever this is, and I will try to get a better picture so you can see that it's not just a screenshot that he sent from his phone. It's a picture of another phone.
Yes, this is clearly a picture
or a tablet
of another device of some sort.
And he's showing me, he's taking pictures of the pictures on this other device. And so here's my thing is,
well, I mean,
TBI should have all these devices.
Hey, I got a question.
Even if I'm like way off, they shouldn't have these.
Okay.
Look at her face right there.
All right, hold on. Let me pause that. What's your question?
My question is for her, how can you not tell whether it's a phone or a tablet? That was my only question, because I just heard her say it's either, I can see it in the photo, it's either a phone or a tablet. I'm thinking, well, if it's in a photo, usually you can tell if it's a tablet or a phone, but either way, I digress. I was just curious about how
it looks like a tablet to me.
Okay,
it does. Are you seeing the, oh, she's got the photos up on her. Can you show the photo?
Yeah, I'll show it real quick.
It's on an iPad because Apple products are the only ones who have the photo roll on the bottom, right? Because my Androids don't have that.
Yeah, I think it's an Apple it's got to be like an Apple phone or something, because that's how I see mine, and that's how I was able to see the he's done this before on other photos where he takes a screenshot
of it. Yeah,
so that's why
oh, I'm sorry, Betty, go ahead.
I think they might be being a little over dramatic, and it might not be what they think it is.
Exactly.
Or it could be, you never know.
But that is the iPad that Dawn says that they had found recently that they forgot they had, I think. I'm just guessing with the cracked screen right there.
Yeah,
why would law enforcement tell her not to send them? I mean, is it because they've had bad photos, or maybe Dawn is,
or if it's inappropriate pictures, would you want that being sent over the internet? That's a felony.
That's why she said that TBI says don't send child P to us, even through, even us, even through an email. She said, well, they're not, they're semi-closed. And she said, well, if they're not showing any private parts, then go ahead and send them. Yeah. So she did want to send them as long as they weren't showing any child private parts.
Yeah. If you show something like that, even if you send it to the police, you're committing a felony.
Right.
I just thought about that, even if she's investigating this case and finds those, if she has those in her possession, she's in possession of child P. Yeah. I mean, people need to be very careful. I just thought about that, but law enforcement don't play. You're either in possession of it or you're not.
But you know what, Betty? If she got arrested for being in possession of that before Dawn did, it wouldn't surprise me a bit.
But the thing is, there's circumstances. She could, no judge would convict you on that. They would be like, "Hey, I got these pictures from him. I didn't realize what it was. If you look, it wasn't the intent, wasn't that? So there's no intent.
Yeah,
you got to have intent
turn it in or make a phone call about it. Then
if you accidentally receive something, it don't. That's just like if I sent you something in the mail and you opened and the cops ran up on you. You know what I'm saying? There's still no intent. You would have to have some type of intent that you was doing something wrong. So I don't think she's done anything wrong, and she's notified the police. So
chat keeps asking the same question over and over. So she was able to send the photos to TBI once they realized that they didn't show any private parts, guys. That's how she got them sent.
Okay,
I'm mute now.
Oh, there's a crack.
Yeah.
See the crack?
The screen's all cracked.
Yes, he's taking that from a device. That's obviously not a
screenshot. Right, there you go. Yep.
I mean, that's enough to prove that right there.
Yeah, it's not that her face is brutally hurt. Her eyes are a little red and puffy, but that marking all around her face is actually a shattered phone or iPad screen.
Summer has the biggest blue eyes like ever.
Which I don't know how I am. This is why we go back, you guys. This is why we continue to go back, because it's shit like this that we miss because we're getting distracted by everything else going on. Yeah.
We got 6. I mean, Sick.
It's not right. It is not right. And I think that they knew afterwards, or because people monitor Dawn's phone, right? Candace was definitely going through it. So if she seen he send that to me, and then that's when everything, like, we got to stop Dawn from talking to her again. Well, I mean, if I'm just, you know, so crazy and so full of it, and Dawn says I'm a psychopath, why do they care? Like Dawn said, I want to talk to you and Benny. I've got texts even after everyone thinks he stopped talking to me. He's like, I always love you. I always have love for you, but I can't talk to you. Like,
I bet you got pictures of your baby. So you know, Don, he ain't going away. He probably gonna break in your house and steal your panties.
And even if Dawn got word of this video, guys, they would still be able to get these photos. They're not going anywhere now.
And they can also be requested through other means, like, you know, even Google. If they had a phone that was used, they can usually collect those from their Facebook Messenger. There's other ways for them to get these things off their phones.
And iCloud, I believe, too.
Yeah, iCloud as well. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
I can prove it all. So they can go and lie about whatever, but don't forget, like, I can prove it all. So go ahead and try and lie, Candace and Dawn, because, like, there's only one reason why I keep saying I'm going to show the entire conversations for 2.5 years,
Exactly.
and haven't yet, and that's because, well,
But who saves conversations other than Bullhorn Betty up here for 2.5 years? Okay.
But I don't save conversations. I just never delete anything. It's not intentional. It's
Who the hell does that? That's snaky stuff, man. That's snaky stuff. That's sneaky. I don't save nothing.
I mean, maybe she
2.5 years of saving their conversation.
I don't, guys, we have to give it a chance.
But you know what? This is what I have to say, you know, because I know Cher is, you're right. You have been threatening to release those for 2.5 years. And it's to keep people at her, you know, on the bite. It's just, it's to keep them hanging on. Why haven't you released them in 2.5 years? And you're still proclaiming that there's so much evidence in them. It just doesn't make sense. We're trying to find a baby.
Then if you don't, then you're withholding evidence.
Yeah. And why would she, this is a child missing. Why would you be withholding stuff from people that can help explain what happened to her? None of it makes sense. But again, I'm used to her fuckery. So I got a sour taste in my mouth.
That's
Betty,
your buddy. That's your buddy there, Betty.
Betty,
I know,
do you
with the
trust
fuckery.
Justin?
stumble upon something like today and maybe not mean to show it to everyone before it goes to the law. So the TBI did assure me that if it was something, you know, they said that they would handle this accordingly. I said, you're going to see that this is something that should have been turned into you. You already know that they kept devices from you guys.
Don't enlarge me. But
no,
she's kind of like this or something.
Okay.
Do you see how he's posing?
This is scarring. I don't.
Betty needs to see that though.
Okay, hold on. Can I blow Justin up?
Well, he told. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so he's in like a. I don't even want to. Y'all describe this. I'm trying not to look.
I can't.
What position is that? You ladies would know. I wouldn't know that one.
I mean, it's like he's propped up on a chair, like I can't.
Come on, give us a play-by-play like John Madden. You know what I'm saying? It's the bottom of the fifth. We got Justin bent over, about to twerk. Okay.
Okay, he puts his leg up on the chair and he kind of twists his upper body.
I can see it. Is he resembling what Summer was doing, or was he
without a shirt on? I know people were saying, well, it's hot in Tennessee, but she was posing like that on a chair without a bathing suit top on and just bathing suit.
Well,
this is what nightmares are made of right here. I'd rather watch a Freddy Krueger movie.
All right. Well, let's just take this back a second, because there's, like, I went through the reel of my childhood on my photographs, and there are, you know, in today's societies, there are some photos that were taken of me, completely innocent photos. I've never dealt with a father that does stuff like this. And I can tell you that there are some photos in there that in today's society,
Pornhub.
yeah, there would be some people saying, that doesn't look right. What was her parents trying to do there? And it's like, to be honest with you, they were just innocent photos. So is this just a case of these are just captured photos in that particular, like she was climbing on the chair and that they just took the photo and it just happened to look like that.
Back in the 70s, everybody wanted to take pictures of their kid naked for some reason. There was some weird fad in the 70s that every kid has to deal with that's grown right now, naked damn pictures of them as babies. Like, why?
Running through the water hose, outside.
Why is that? I'm glad that phase is over, people. That was a little, the 70s were a little weird with people want to take pictures of their naked kids all the time.
Guys, I know
in
y'all
the showers and the tubs. It was just cute. They caught all those little memories. And, of course, they pull them out this day and age and show their friends of how small we were sitting in the tub with our cousins taking a bath. I mean, it was just,
I know you guys don't trust Cher, but do both of you not trust Justin on his judgment on these photos?
Oh, I absolutely trust Justin. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But, even though we have the photos, it's just when you take so many photos, is this a situation where they were trying to advertise her, or this was just an innocent photo they took of her at that moment as she's climbing on the chair?
Right.
That's more of my question.
They took some weird photos, like the ones when she was asleep and things of that nature. Like, that's weird too. Like, I was just trying to get her because she was sleeping like Dawn, the last photo of her.
Yeah.
So they took some weird pictures of her.
Guys, that's true though. The bottom line is TBI has them, and if they are truly not innocent, we will all know very fast, right? I mean,
yeah, it takes them 45 minutes to get there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, maybe fast. I'm not too super fast. If they do anything, it could be they could look at them as their innocent pictures.
Right.
This on, no shirts, and it's very, very posed. Very posed.
It is. It's been turned into the TBI, you guys. So at first they said, because I was like, there's naked pictures. I didn't describe it. They were like, you cannot email even to TBI. I was like, not even to TBI, I can't send you. And they said no. I was like, okay, but it's not like you can't see no private parts. It's just like a bare back, but you can tell that this person doesn't have clothes on. And they said, okay. I said, so can I send that? And they said, yes, absolutely. You can send that. I said, okay. So I did.
There's a photo of her like this.
Okay, I'll show y'all what he's doing.
And someone in chat just asked Dolly.
Yeah, he got his hands up.
Yep. And someone in chat just asked Dolly and Betty, do you guys remember the photo on the back seat with, she was trying to get her with her arms up like that?
Yeah.
I remember that too.
So, I mean, is that a symbol for I'm for sale?
I mean, that's what I was telling you about, where it was the same one with Madalena Kojakari with her arms up to show, with the
but I really don't believe. I mean, there's been rumors and everybody's jumping on the rumors that Madalena was sold. I don't believe Madalena was sold. I absolutely believe that young girl is gone. I was out there in Cornelius covering her case. I talked to her neighbors. I talked, her stepfather wouldn't let her out of his sight. She's 11 years old and she couldn't even walk around her own community, which was safe. and
where is that at?
Cornelius, North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I don't believe she was sold. I really don't.
How long ago did this happen? How did I miss this?
It was a while ago. I actually went there last year and covered the case when I was in North Carolina for Diamond's funeral. So, yeah.
I don't know how that one slipped past me.
Yeah, it was an odd case.
Okay.
I thought you had talked about it, Dolly. You would know who it was if you saw her picture.
Yeah, she's the girl that was captured on the school bus. She was getting off the school bus and nobody ever saw her again.
Huh. I'll have to go back and refresh my memory.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like this. Like posing, and it's like, why would you take a picture with the kid's hands up like this?
I never have taken a picture of any 4 of my children like that, nor them on a bed and the back of them posing in swimsuits.
But you took some pictures like that.
Oh, Dolly, be
weird.
nice.
I'm just saying, she was like a twig up there, like a twig.
That is some creepy behavior shit right there. Sorry, but it is. Who's taking those, do you think?
Well,
Hopefully Candace was taking them, you know? And then it won't seem so strange. If Don Wells was taking them, that would be strange.
If Candace was taking them and they were, you know, what they say they are, that could be why Dawn said she had he didn't say she had a guilty conscience. He used different wording, but I can't remember what it was right now.
Well, don't forget, Don was on MGL's channel, you know, two and a half years ago saying, I've got 7 alibis. Candace has none.
Right.
Or 11 alibis, whatever he said.
I like to hear that, you know, he says that, but I've never really heard but one.
Well,
He was at work. What's the other 6?
I don't know. I think he was trying to say his people at work, but I spoke to his people at work and they told me that they know he left anywhere between, they can for surely say between 1:30 and 2:30. They don't know how long he was gone, if he ever made it back, if he came back, what time he came back. They couldn't tell me any of that information, but they could tell me exactly when he left that work site that day. And it was an hour window, and it was 1:30 to 2:30.
He was probably trying to say he has people that would lie for him too.
Yeah.
it's
No,
one of
she's not bald in the pictures. Her hair is like this in all of the pictures. The swimsuit one kind of looks like
Yeah, she was pretending to be her bestie.
it might be a little bit shorter than this, but no, she did not have a shaved head. So this is another point. He has devices with prior, like, you know, everything should have been turned into the law.
Mhm.
So, and I'll be honest, I don't know because I can't tell because the one picture where she has that skin color and you can tell, like, it is like a skin color swimsuit. I don't know. Kind of looks like nothing, but yeah, I just would never take pictures like that of my kids. It's fucking weird. I forget what I was just gonna say because now I'm like,
I want to know what those 2
yeah.
pictures are that are almost the same. It's driving me nuts.
No, it doesn't say a date.
I don't know if it's food. I don't know if it's a human.
She also thinks Leilani is innocent, so there's that. She don't think Leilani's innocent, and that lady is a snake. Okay, she ain't friends with Billy Joe. Not real friends. Real friends would try to get your daughter locked up.
She was never friends with Billy Joe. It was an act to get, you know, content.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. Don't blame me.
I don't want to talk about
Betty knows.
that is the exact place where
or if it's
my
an oven
opinion
door.
is.
I told Billy Joe. I walked right up to her and told her.
Yeah, I feel like it's a car window, but it's just too hard to see.
Right.
Dawn had kept saying, we're going to keep releasing pictures. We're going to release pictures no one ever saw. And, you know, you see Tim Mullen releasing some pictures and then like maybe Dawn and Candace release some, but clearly where are they getting these pictures from that no one's seen? They clearly have other devices that weren't turned in, right? Or how are we getting all these new pictures? And also, when he said that, and I want to say I was sent this, I think in September. I'll get back to you guys like tomorrow on that. I'll have to go back and look through again and find when the date was that he sent it. But I feel like it was back in September, kind of right before, again, everything, as you guys saw, they wanted me out again, right?
Somebody said, I think Ernie Shell's involved. It's crazy. I did add Ernie Shell to the thumbnail. I don't know what made me add Ernie Shell tonight. I was like, oh, here's a picture of Ernie Shell. Let me add him to the thumbnail.
How the heck is he?
I don't know. I don't know why I even added him. It was just a picture I had. I was like, oh, here's a picture of Candace with Ernie Shell. Let me add that one.
Oh, good Lord.
Really, all joking around though, and no matter what the feelings are for Cher or anyone else, if this is true, the most important thing is to get justice for Summer.
I agree.
But is this like Dolly said? Is this blowing it up? And I don't know. You know, I just feel like at this point, 3 years in, if there was damaging photos, law enforcement through their warrants and stuff like that should have everything, a lot of information, and I don't see why they don't have these things. I don't know. I'm just skeptical.
Right. I just don't want anyone in chat to think we're, making a joke out of this or not taking
of course
it seriously.
Definitely not. Definitely not. If she has something that's a good thing, she turned it over to the FBI. Exactly. I'm just saying I don't trust her. That don't mean it ain't true. It could be 100% absolutely true. They could have these things. And like I said, the only reason I'm listening to it because Justin was up here. I was like, okay, well, let me take it a little serious. Justin's up here. He ain't gonna lie, but so much.
Yeah, no, he'll analyze things, and if it's an he'll look at it in both lenses and make a decision for himself. But if he's saying that these are compromising, then they may be compromising. My question would be I'm just saying and
I'm sure Justin's been in a few compromising positions, so he would know compromising probably.
Exactly. I think we all have, and anybody over the age of 20 probably.
So he may know. I take his word for it. I'm definitely going to take his word.
Yeah, so. I mean, he's making it believable because he's there. But are these just innocent photos being misconstrued? And I want to ask that because, again, I went through my own photos, and I can tell you that now that I'm a true crime person, it makes me go,
Right. I mean, that's totally possible too. Lori Shortlegs, I don't believe the police have seen all of their pictures. I don't believe they turned in all of their devices. So it's possible.
Well, I know they ain't seen all of it. They have a whole family picture book. I mean, a big ass one with hundreds of pictures in it.
Yeah. And an iPad in their hands that police didn't know they had.
Like I told you, when I sat with them, they flipped right through the family album with me. They showed me pictures of the boys that have never been seen on the internet. I've seen bunches of pictures of Summer that have never been seen. I mean, like crystal clear pictures too, not like these shitty pictures you got to Photoshop that make them look decent on the internet. They got like really good pictures of her.
Makes you wonder why they didn't produce those out in the public for people to look for Summer with good images.
I have no clue, but they have some really good pictures of her. I mean, talking about not fuzzy, not blurry. I mean, good ass pictures. So, and Candace said, that every time they put out a picture, that people flip it and turn it and make it into be something that she's dead, laying on the milk and shit. So they stopped.
Well, the laying on the milk, I can tell you that it's got me worried. Because that was from that day, and she did not look good. Nobody can tell us that she looked like she was healthy.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say.
Yeah.
Through a picture, you know what I'm saying? It's just really hard to say through a picture what somebody's condition is. Now, I mean, if they were missing arms and legs and their eyes were open, you would assume that person's gone. But, it's hard to tell somebody sometimes if there's no wounds from sleeping from dead. Matter of fact,
no, I don't know. I don't think she was dead in that photo. I don't.
Sometimes I sleep like I'm in a coffin. I'll wake up, my feet will be crossed, my arms will be crossed. Either I'm a vampire or I'm getting ready for death. I don't know which one it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that photo of her that day, that was a very concerning photo for many. But
you would walk in and be like, he's either dead or he's Count Dracula, one or the other.
Well, let me ask you this: what does everybody think about the clothes? Like, we know Summer did not change clothes every single day. We know that we've got multiple interviews talking about how dirty the kids were, how little that especially Candace, even Don has come out and said Candace didn't shower for a few days. And that was in his own words.
Oh, stanky.
Right. So we're hearing this day, this particular day, and only this day, that Summer was changed multiple times in different clothes, from the swimsuit into the jumper. And CANDUS has the jumper, the last outfit that Summer was seen in before she disappeared. You saw her in it literally in the truck minutes or an hour before she disappeared. That's when she was sitting on those milk jugs. So at what time did she change her yet again into yet another outfit, when she never does this behavior in any other day previously? Why this day did she go through so many outfits? And why does CANDUS have the last outfit she was ever seen in?
I don't know. That's a weird one to me. When I seen that box, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, okay, I don't know. I don't know. That's why it's a mystery. Why you think there's 1,159 people watching now? Because we're trying to figure this shit out.
Right.
I have no clue.
But it's odd behavior. So you take that odd behavior coupled with the fact that Don's lying about being at work at the time that they arrived home, because there's no way the boys would be home without Don being there. These boys didn't stay home alone. They were with their father or seen with their father earlier that day on the job site. And I asked Don about that. I said, well, your boys were seen on the job site that day. Can you explain that? And he never answered it. He just changed the subject. So you got the changing of the clothes with the fact that Don was at the house. Don's lying about being home. And they've got electronics that haven't been turned over to law enforcement. Again, this is 3 years after their child has been missing. And people are still thinking that they had nothing to do with their child's disappearance. Explain these anomalies to me, and maybe they'll be justified and I can move on. But so far, I've been stuck on these issues with their story.
Yeah. Preach.
Someone said preach.
Say it again for the ones in the back.
Right.
I want to hear Betty go full Nancy Grace. Where were their parents?
I've already done that. That's what I was joking with Don. Is I'm like, he said a bad word and he's like, excuse me. I'm like, look, I think I've judged you enough. We can move on.
Bullhorn Betty is like a bootleg Nancy Grace.
Yes. I love Nancy Grace. I'm just a little more.
I like Nancy. I call her Aunt Nancy. Yeah. I have mad respect for that. I'm just saying, you're like the Wish version.
I'm trying to get her scowl down.
No.
Once I get her scowl down, I'll be off to the races. I just need to get the scowl down. I'm almost there.
Said I'm almost there.
Yeah, I don't know what they are. Anyways, the law has them. If it's something, it's something. If it's not, it's not. But it does show that they kept devices from the law. Everything should have been turned in. Everything.
Well, you remember the interview with Chris? This was in July 2021. I think it was July, maybe August, but July or August of 2021. CANDUS said, "Oh, I've got a phone I need to take over there to him still, but I'm going to take it over there next time next week when I'm in town or whatever." CANDUS, did you ever take
yes.
Did you ever take that device, CANDUS? Because I bet you didn't.
No, I bet you didn't. I bet it's right here that your husband sent me. Yeah. Again, this is not her. It's not a battered face, you guys. That is a cracked screen. He took a picture of another device and sent me it full of pictures of, again, we aren't showing it because we both feel that they are very inappropriate.
And to be honest with you, they're so small. I don't even know if you could pull them up on StreamYard.
I don't think I'd be able to, even if I did share them like on community tab, there's no way I'd be able to get them up clear enough for anyone to see.
Well, if as bad as they say, they don't need
basically,
if they're as bad as they're making them sound, these photos don't need to be shared on her channel. So she probably did the right thing not sharing it.
I don't see how some people can say that they're not hiding anything, that they've been completely honest, that they're, that.
Why didn't she blur them out? Why didn't she just blur them out so she could show them?
I said the same thing, Betty.
You know what? That would have been a
and
very
then I thought about it, and I was like, nah, it's probably best not to put that up there. If they're telling the truth, it's probably the best. But
yeah, but see, I mean, you know what? My natural curiosity, especially this day and age, with people manipulating photos, people manipulating information, the fact that she's associated with Benny Keys, and like spinning keys is a red flag to me from out the gate. So it's, I've got a lot of questions, and I think that other people would too. So if you're going to say that these are compromising photos that nobody's ever seen, at this point, you have to have a choice. It's either not show the photos or blur them out and show them just at least one that's more innocent than the rest to, just to give you people a little taste of, we're talking about the truth, without being disgusting, or there's a happy balance, in my opinion.
Okay. All right, let's jump back.
I don't want to see child pee. I just want to make sure that's clear.
Summer's feet in this photo, there's a roll of photos, where you're going to be, flipping next. And there are,
I believe it's in the Wells's house. I do believe that they're all in the Wells's house. It looks like. So yes, when evil entered. And then someone said, do you think, I'm sorry, I don't have my dentures glued in. Someone said, do you think that this is why Dawn started hating me again?
Did she say I don't have my dentures screwed in?
Nana's Angels did not have Summer's memorial box. Her friend Kathy, had the memorial box.
Yeah, wasn't Kathy in Georgia or something like that?
I don't know where she was, but it was not Nana's Angels.
Did y'all miss my question?
Yeah, I did. I'm so sorry.
Did that lady just say she had to screw her dentures in?
I think that might be accurate.
She said she didn't have any glue on them or something.
How the hell do you screw dentures in?
They have they're snap-in. Some of them are snap-ins now.
She said I got to screw my dentures in, like a fucking screwdriver. Like,
maybe she said glue and you just missed.
Is that what she said?
I don't know. But yeah, she does have dentures.
Oh, okay. I could have swore I thought she said I got to screw my dentures in. And I was thinking, how the hell do you screw dentures in? Okay, let me go back. I might have went too far back.
Also, she had to choose.
I do believe that they're all in the Wells's house.
Excuse me, Dolly.
Hold on. All I wanted to hear, she said screw or glue her dentures in.
She had to choose.
Because there's a big difference in glue and screw. Okay, woman?
Dolly hears screw and he stops the freaking presses.
It's glue.
Are you awake? No, I'm just.
I heard dentures and I was like, she's going to screw her dentures in. Like,
I'll let you hear. I'll let you
hear.
You
got a tiny screwdriver? You got to get up in there. How
I don't even remember what I was going to say now. I'm going to mute.
I can't quit laughing.
I mean,
Dolly's shocked.
I'm just telling you, I would walk around toothless before I'd screw dentures into my teeth. My mouth. Okay, let's do it.
Yes, when evil entered. And then someone said, do you think, I'm sorry, I don't have my dentures glued in. Someone said,
I think it's glue.
Yeah, okay, my bad. She said glue. Okay.
But thanks for making sure that we are absolutely clear on the facts.
Well, I thought she said screw her dentures in. I was like, I've never heard of somebody screwing dentures in.
Okay, what I wanted to say before was she had to choose between getting a ton of hate for showing, baby Summer.
Yeah, no matter what you do, it's a double-edged sword. I get it. She shows it, she's just going to be taken to the mattress. If she doesn't show it, she's going to be taken to the mattress. It's on YouTube, you're kind of damned if you do and damned if you don't. But I would have just, for share, even for me, if I were to come to something like this and I didn't bring a blurry photo with me, I would be just torn apart, So it's like, what do? I would like to see at least one example of an innocent compromising position that doesn't offend anybody. I mean, if Justin can pose on a chair and the person's fully clothed, then I don't see anything that's,
Right. And yes, Purple Hearts, that's right. She had a photo of the memory box.
Okay, I'm sorry. I got sidetracked with the dentures. Now I'm wondering if she has soft gums or not.
Dolly's not going to be able to pay attention anymore after this.
That this is why Dawn started hating me again. Yes and no. I believe that this is why CANDUS wanted Dawn. Not only that, because in the midst of him sending me these pictures, he was also sending me weird shit with no context of things that were straight up saying that Candace had guilty knowledge. And I'm like, I don't understand, Don. Like, you're showing me this newspaper clip and you're showing me this Dr. Phil clip and you're telling me that you've questioned your wife for being a liar. I'm like, everything you're sending me is telling me your wife has guilty knowledge. Like, what do you think she's lying? And he's like, I've asked her. So it was all very weird. And I don't know why, but certain things he would send me, I felt like he was sending in a weird way. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but some of the things I didn't.
I'd like to read their message. You know, they were trying to hook up.
Did she really send photos or like compromising photos of herself to Don?
That's what I heard. I mean, I've seen some of them I think are online. I think some of them got leaked.
Yeah, they definitely did. And I think she did that maybe to get him to talk more.
But see, this is my problem with that. This is my problem with like Benny Keys going over there and screwing with, and Ernie Shell screwing all these people trying to have this relationship with these criminals. I don't understand having to go.
The whole look, Steph V. I was just about to say that. I just think Betty just made me throw up in my mouth.
But seriously, why would you do? I have never had to do that to get an interview. And you know what? I've talked to Don, I don't know how many times. I've never had to send him a compromising photo of me. You know what I do? I just show up. I show up and I'm nice.
Don got Betty titty pictures.
Yeah, nobody. No, I can tell you, you never have to worry about Bullhorn Betty debuting anywhere online.
I'm just picking, but yeah, I guess she sent him some photos back in the day. I had heard
with somebody. How did her husband feel about? Like, I don't know. I'm just weird with stuff like that.
Well, she was just showing him the menu. She didn't, from Canada. It ain't like he couldn't eat the food on the plate.
I'm sorry, but that's her.
But she had her dentures glued in that day.
She did post them herself on her community tab.
Let me stop. I'm so mean.
Sent it and there was no conversation about, if that makes sense. Like, it just felt like
just
coded in a way. Like, is he sending me this is he trying to tell me something? Like, and then I don't know, some of it just made me feel weird too. And I just was like, I don't understand. Like, I
wonder what other pictures Don sent her. If she was sending Don pictures like that, what do you think Don sent her, Betty?
Hello? Betty has no answer for that.
She has no answer. What do you think he's done sent Dumpling?
I'm not getting into this. This is between y'all.
She said this is between y'all. There might be some. I bet she has some inappropriate pictures of Don. She needs to send to TBI. She probably didn't send Don a pair of red panties. He would tell her everything.
Like, why are you sending me everything that's saying that your wife has guilty knowledge? Mm-hmm. It's weird. And just out of the blue, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, it's weird at the very minimum.
Is that you, Betty? All right, I got you.
Sorry, my alarm went off and it kicked my volume so I could see you guys talking, but I couldn't hear a thing.
Okay.
To take a photo of your child in a bed in a swimsuit.
How many parents in the chat
turned around?
Please, thumbs down if you would not pose your child on a bed or a bench in a nude colored swimsuit.
Yeah, it might be a bench too.
Yeah, it's a bed or a bench with like blankets. I don't know, but either way, it's inappropriate and we aren't.
Did she say a nude colored bathing suit?
Yes. Have you seen one in photos?
Have I seen one?
Yeah.
It's like a tan color one, right? It just kind of matches.
Yeah, like tan, nude, like colored toned.
Okay.
I mean, skin toned. Why? Have you seen one?
I mean, not recently.
Ah, you made me so suspicious because you said you saw those pictures at the at their house.
Yeah, but I didn't see her in nothing like that. There wasn't nothing that was nothing I seen that was sexual.
Okay, yeah.
Well, you know what I'm saying? These are like regular family photos, like normal.
Yeah, these aren't going to be in photo albums displayed in the living room,
Well, Well, this wasn't displayed. This was in a photo album. This was
Well,
like taken from cameras, like you went and got developed.
Yeah. Weird.
Because it doesn't look appropriate. Thank you for that super sticker.
And the back, and there's one. It's just a back. That's it.
Now that's weird.
Just a back.
Just
Yeah,
back
just a,
with no clothes on. That's weird.
literally, you can tell the person is
Right,
naked.
like what were they trying to show?
I feel like they're naked, but it's the way.
I don't know. You know, that's. But if you taking a picture of the little girl's back, I don't know.
It's weird, huh?
Yeah, that's strange. I mean, the rest of it don't seem too strange to me. They're just taking pictures of her. She's clothed. But if you just taking like pictures of random body parts, that seems a little weird.
You know why? You know why I'm suspicious of how, like Justin's saying, how she was posed in that chair is because I know how Dawn has been since at least the age of 12 years old. And
Has Cher been to Ben Hill Road?
no.
I didn't think she had either.
No, I don't think she's been anywhere.
She hasn't left Canada. Like,
I don't think she's been anywhere at all.
Okay, that wall, that Canadian wall has been keeping her out. Thank God.
The picture's cropped. All you can see is like the torso, so just like a bare.
Right.
Bare.
I support the wall between America and Canada, just to let y'all know. Just where Cher lives.
Our back torso. No, like private parts or nothing like that. But again, we aren't showing it.
Right. And then the other one with the
Look at all the thumbs
hands,
down. Oh hell no. Good parenting.
and I just don't understand why she's like this.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
Okay, so Justin's showing, let me show the picture of Justin. He's showing himself with his arms straight up in the air again. You know.
but okay, so did she not have a top on, and were all of these photos in a consistent line, like all together? You know, like it depends on how they were displayed, and it just depends.
That's the superstar pose. You know, the girl that used to put her hands in her armpits and sniff them and then throw her hands up and like superstar. Remember that? Nobody remember that?
Yes.
She's like this. Taking a picture, just standing there like this. You know something? That just reminded me of something. There was a case of a child abuse case. I think it was in Ohio. They made their kids do this for hours.
What?
Hours. That's hard.
Somebody says, where have those photos come from? Apparently in an email sent to Cher from Don, where he shared a picture of Summer, and at the bottom of them was little screenshots of other pictures. And some of these pictures they're saying are compromising photos of little Summer Wells.
Hard to do. I mean, just like I'm tired right now doing it, but they made them do this.
We have to see what that means. Obviously, to
My
like
hands are numb
be
now.
brutal to child, but
Yeah, it's like they did it as like punishment. Like they had to either keep their hands over their head, but this child ended up unalived.
yeah.
I was watching it on a court case recently, or the interrogation. I'll find that and I'll let you know.
Okay, yeah, I'd like to see that. Now,
Are there lines behind her shoulder, like a bra line? Is that what you mean? Like, is that what you mean, like strap or anything? No.
yeah,
I
no.
loathe her.
This is there's no type of garment in the front at all, because there's no type of string.
People are saying, don't little girls throw their arms up like in cheerleading poses? You know.
Yeah,
Maybe.
but like it depends on how were the photos taken? Were all of these taken together, posing in different ways at the same time?
Exactly. Because if that was the case, then you have a better case of, hey, they were posing this child.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. I think this is, I just like, it's as crazy as it sounds. It's, even though they're talking about these, I need to see them, because once you see them, you have your own opinion. Are they being blown out of proportion? Or are these innocent photos? I've got, I'm sick as it sounds. I don't know if those were posing photos. I've got photos of that literally climbing on everything.
Well, she's saying there's none of them that show private parts, so none of them are completely nude whatsoever.
Yeah, and how many times has people in your chat right now been taking pictures as them as a child running through the sprinklers without a shirt on or something like that? I mean, I'm from Mayaca City. I'm from the country. Like, we live without our clothes on.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get it a little bit, but that don't seem like that would be the case if they're inside. They're not running through a sprinkler. You know what I'm saying? It's
right.
No outside activities. Laying on a bed in a bathing suit ain't the same as going down a slip and slide on a bathing suit.
Exactly. No, I agree. But is it really uncommon if a kid was outside playing in a swimsuit for them to come back in and not want to shower or change?
No, not at all. No.
Yeah. So I
mean, they could be hanging out in a bathing suit or something like that, and it's not, unheard of for little girls to run around without their shirts on.
Trust me, I don't like Dawn. Everybody knows I'm. So I'm not sticking up. I just want to make sure that that if we're handing something down, if these are truly what they are, they're truly what they are.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe Justin's saying that the pictures are what he's saying, but is that? I don't want to see them. I trust your opinion on. I trust Justin.
That's
that they're maybe inappropriate. If there's something to it, then I'm sure law enforcement will go seize their devices or whatever it may be. If there's nothing to it and it's harmless, I'm sure the police will look at it and go, it's harmless.
Right. Yeah.
So.
But I just want to let I keep forgetting Justin is this. I'm just thinking of Cher and the fact that she's bringing him, and I just don't really trust her. But yeah, Justin is seeing him. He's saying that there's something a little funny, but he's not saying that they're absolutely sale photos.
Yeah, and you could make a couple messages to people, and you could, they would tell you what's up. They might not tell me, but they would tell you.
Yeah, I'll check.
It's disturbing. And the other two that just
because sorry to interrupt. No, from my understanding, they were looking at this immediately and told me it would be dealt with immediately if what I was saying was as bad as I feel like it is. So I don't know. I do know, as far as do I feel like they listen to me or brush me off, I do know that I was the one who was told about, well, he texted it to other people, but it came to me, and that's when I brought Cam and Benny in all that time ago. But yes, we were the ones told about the large amount.
See, that's right there. She brought Cam and BK and them in. And I believe them people were paid by Tim Mullins. All of them were drug addicts. I don't trust none of these people.
Money and drugs all that time. And again, he planned the $1 million fake confession. But when I reported everything to TBI, talked to the head agent, everything done was questioned. He actually called me and knew it was me. And he said not good things to me. He goes, I know you fucking called on me. I know it was you. And I said, well, Don, you told me from the beginning that if you said anything that was crazy or fucked up, that I felt like it was crazy or fucked up, that I should report it. So you told me to report whatever I thought sounded wrong. And I did that. So you cannot be mad at me. And he's like, you're right. You're right. No, I did that. No, you're right. You have to. But there are times that I do also feel like, damn, do these people just not care? I don't know. But I don't know. We'll have to see how it plays.
I mean, I don't know. They got a weird relationship going on. You know, the whole sending each other pictures or the whole turning on somebody, getting in close with them just to expose them kind of person. Like, if there was a snake in the yard and it told you a story, would you believe it? Never believe the snake.
With proof. I mean, you got to see the pitch. You've got to see the pictures and see how she was posed. And if TBI thinks that it was something horrible, they'll take care of it, you know?
I agree. I agree.
And she even said and she even put the disclaimer if they think it is as bad as I think it is. And so that even already puts doubt. I mean, that already puts doubt in my mind when you make a statement like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, because we were promised 6 months ago to have very quick updates, and we're still waiting, right?
I said that same thing the other day that they were supposed to give an update and they never said anything.
Right? Nothing. For 2 years now.
The last time that they've given an update was her 2-year milestone. That was the last I saw. Can you go on TBI's /Summer Wells and see if they've put an update even on her? You know, it's coming up to the 3rd year now. They don't say anything. TBI hasn't said anything. Hawkins County hasn't said anything. I looked at the laws and I just find it suspect because.
Oh, you going to Summer's birthday gathering?
No, I'm not going to be going to Summer's birthday gathering.
You know, I don't think.
At least to the best of my knowledge, I might, but I doubt I'll be. Well, I might be there. I might be there because I might be in Tennessee actually on her birthday. As a matter of fact.
So there you go. It's at the Baptist church. I got the flyer somewhere.
Yeah.
She'll be 8 years old.
Hard.
It'll be her 8th birthday.
Poor baby.
Man, time flies.
Mm-hmm.
Last year was a blur, so.
Time flies. 8 years old. There needs to be some answers, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. I am praying 2024 is the year for Summer.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a good year.
I think it might be, but yeah, I am going to go back through everything, and damn.
Dakota Collins. Okay. Dakota Collins. I posted that interrogation. We went over it.
Madalena Kojikari. Okay. Thank you, Christina.
The picture with the arms up resembles. Did she have arms up?
This is what I was talking about, what they were getting from comments about the arms up.
Yeah.
This is.
I mean, that's hard to say. That could really be anything, you know. Kids pose in all kind of different ways. I got pictures of me with my arms up. Does that mean I'm for sale?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, without the context of the photos, you can't judge it.
Yeah,
You know?
that's been my comments this entire time. Trust me, I'm not sticking up for Dawn in any way, shape.
Yeah, I'm not either, but
Well, everyone knows I wouldn't.
we're just going on what they say, and
Yeah.
Justin makes it seem like it's a little shady, but you know, not clear enough to really know.
Right.
Cher makes it sound really bad, but she also gave herself the out. Well, if they see it as bad as I did, you know, so we'll see if they go lock Don up. We'll hear about it, and then we'll be like, Don's in jail. Everybody will be talking about it and all that good stuff. But
I'm waiting for the day.
I don't, you know, is this something that's going to make something or break something? I don't know. I just really don't. Is it enough for them to do anything? Even if it was some pictures of her, just they could say they're innocent pictures. We just took them. If none of them are nude, you can take pictures of your kid, you know. So then they did take a lot of pictures of her.
My parents took a crap ton of photos of me from like literally everywhere. I mean, so all of our families, I mean, and now, geez, I mean, we capture everything on our phones.
Someone in chat really asked, why is anyone tracking that baby's birthday outside of her immediate family members? That's weird. You must not know who Summer Wells is in the true crime community.
Yeah, we've been talking about Summer Wells for the last 3 years. When the answers for this little girl, everybody keeps up with her birthday and the day she went missing better than her parents do. We the ones that remind her parents her birthday's coming up.
And it's
Give
still very
context, Dolly. I mean, Don didn't even know what day his daughter was born.
Yeah.
Context.
That's why I was saying that, you know, we got to remind people that, you know, and every year people plan things in the true crime community for her birthday. So we keep these things.
And it's very important to keep those gatherings going and stuff, to keep her face and name out there, guys. It's really important to do that. Yeah. And also, do y'all remember Candace answering, I don't know, when Dawn asked her what the birthday was?
Yeah, I know. Both of her parents didn't know what her birthday is. And that's why it's so important for everybody in the community and around the world to know it. Her parents didn't even know it. The day that she disappeared, they gave her the wrong date. They gave her the wrong age.
Yeah, celebration gets bigger every year. More people celebrate her birthday with her, and you know, she deserves that.
And it's not going real life. It's literally keeping a missing child's, you know, most parents would be thankful for that. I don't think her parents are angry.
It is real life. You know what else is real life? Missing kids. That's real life.
Absolutely.
Okay, this is all real life. This little girl's a real life. She ain't a character. She is a person. This is real life. Okay, her birthday party is real life. Her gatherings are real life. Everything to do with her is real life.
And her being gone is real life.
Real life. Yes. This ain't no fairy tale. This ain't no joke. All of this is real, you know. So, and there needs to be answers for that little girl. So if there's a time to go real life on the internet, now is the time, right? No hash dressing, giving the person background, track, etc. I'm just catching up on some of the chat. No, her parents don't know her birthday. You know, I can see maybe getting somebody's birthday confused if you had a bunch of kids. But I think they got 4. Well, you know what? 7 kids. She had 7 kids, so it's probably hard for Candace to keep up with all them birthdays and Dawn.
Actually, they have a total of 8 children, 2 from Dawn's previous relationship, 2 from Candace's previous relationship, and the best we can count, 4 from their current relationship. Total of 8 kids.
Damn.
Right, but you know, wait, did you say Dawn and Candace?
Yeah, and
yeah.
Candace had both of her kids taken. Don had both of his kids taken, and then they've had all 3 boys taken. So a total of 7 children have been removed from their custody.
But we need to respect them and quit talking about her, you know?
Yeah.
What if it come out, Betty, that they didn't have nothing to do with this? Would you go apologize?
Oh, I would absolutely apologize. That actually, you know, I did an interview with BBC, and that was one of the questions they had asked me, because I'm pretty open, and they asked me, well, you know, because a lot of the stuff is we've been discussing is the damage, you know, what social media can do to cases and whatnot like that. And they asked me if I had, you know, what do I feel if I got things wrong? And I told and explained them. So far, I've been fairly accurate on most of these cases, but there is the one case, and I said it's Summer Wells. I said I've done a lot of investigative work on it, and I said everything comes back to her family. I said, but that would be the one because it's taken so long for the rest. I said, but I think I'm right on it. I said, but if I choose, if I find out that I'm not, she asked me that, what would I do? And I said, I would absolutely apologize and do everything I can to clear somebody's name. But I really don't believe it. Their behavior was off. The fact that they have all the consistent stereotypical actions and behaviors that we see with parents
allegedly
responsible for their children. I mean, look at the West. They act exactly like the West did.
Well, they've been more active than they were in the past.
Great. I'm glad now they've decided that their behavior looks shitty.
Candace did have a child when she was living in a shelter that she gave away, a girl, right? Did you count that?
We heard rumors. I've never been able to confirm that to be a fact.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm waiting for the day when I can put in the title "Breaking News: Summer Wells Found."
I know.
is the day I'm waiting for, and I hope it comes soon. I don't know if I want to go through a bunch of years of this same stuff, no answers, no clues. Like,
I
to
think
me,
that, sorry, go ahead, Don.
to me, it's a super cold case. If they're not going to arrest Don and Candace, they're never going to arrest Don and Candace.
I don't believe that the case either. I think this is what I honestly think, and people, keep
Not without them finding Summer. I don't think there's going to be an arrest.
right.
If they don't find Summer.
Yeah, that's it. That's the nuance, and there will be an arrest. It's just going to be a very long process because according
Yeah,
to
but will they be here for that? You know what I'm saying? Don and
Yes.
Candace,
Yes.
they look healthy, like healthy ass people to you.
Well, yeah, I see what you're saying, but we've got it's a 7-year process if they don't find her. So that means that they've got to wait for a full 7 years of no meaningful sightings of her, something that didn't pan out. She had no contact, no meaningful sighting. It has to be a full 7 years before they're deemed deceased. Right now, she's still a missing person. Here's why. They have never established her as deceased. Until she's established as deceased, you can't make an arrest on a murder or a death.
Right.
She's never been classified as deceased, and until she's classified as deceased, there's not going to be an arrest on a murder.
I mean, it's been 3 years. There hasn't been one legitimate sighting of her.
There hasn't been one legitimate sighting, so we still have another 4 years to go unless she's found.
There's been so many cases where I've automatically looked at the parents and been so wrong and had to go back and say, I can't believe I said that. I feel bad, But in this case, the accusations against Don, and that if he was doing that by 12 years old, he didn't. He's never gotten better. If that's the truth of what really happened.
He admitted it. He admitted that what happened at 12 happened at 12. He has admitted it. The idea that it didn't happen is no longer an option. And Don has admitted it happening. He's admitted it multiple times. So we know that he absolutely was that person.
It doesn't change that they were neglectful parents when they did have their children. And I truly believe that if Summer is like, if it comes out that they had nothing to do with it, they would actually accept everyone's apology and keep moving,
I know they would. They'd be on the internet the same night.
Right.
They would take your apology, and they would still be up here drinking and fighting with each other.
Right.
Yeah. But I just don't believe it. There's too much information. People were willing to just come straight out with the information. When we were out there with MGL and Justice for All, people would literally stop their vehicle to speak to us.
Yeah, I believe that. That's where you get the best information, is being there. I know that for a fact.
I just don't think everybody's wrong in this matter. Everybody that lives in and around them, everybody in that community, I just don't think that they're all wrong. I don't.
Well, most of the people I met out there, they think they have something to do with it.
Absolutely.
But they can't prove it, because most of the people that I've talked to out there be like, man, we would run them out the holler if we had one bit of solid proof. But they say they don't.
Yeah,
they think they did it.
Not found.
They think they did it, but they don't want to. People don't want to jump the gun.
Well, it's
start
not
blaming you.
Gun. It's applying logic.
I'm talking about the far as the locals around there that I talked to. I mean, most of them were like, yeah, we think they're responsible for it, but we don't want to, what if they're not? If we had one bit of solid proof, they were like, they wouldn't even be here. We would have ran these people out the holler. And this came from a bunch of crazy people that I was talking to down there. And I was like, okay,
Right. The abuse and neglect, it has been proven. And that's enough for me to say that they did neglect their child. Sorry, guys. I was reading chat. I want to know, do you guys remember Candace? Have y'all heard this? She allegedly harmed her son so bad that he got brain damage.
Yeah,
I heard something like that. I don't know if that's true, but I heard stuff like that.
There was a lot of abuse. Summer's daughter, Candace, made a debut a couple years ago, back on social media, and she let some personal details go. And she was talking about how highly abusive her mom was and how her mom didn't want anything to do with her. All of a sudden, recently, after Summer had disappeared, her mom's trying to reach out to her and try to get, there's more to that story. Yes.
And I think it was Trev Tom had sent me the paper. What do you call them, Betty, where you get arrested for the abuse?
Yeah, she was arrested. There was a time she actually pointed a shotgun, and I think that
was at CPS.
That was at CPS, but I think this was all about the same situation.
That's enough for me to say they could be dangerous parents. I'm sorry, but it is.
They sound, they don't want to lose their kids.
But the nuance, if I remember, I think what happened was, and the reason why CANDUS ended up going to like the mental place is because, if I'm not mistaken, I think for whatever reason it was Andrew that was hitting the children or something like that and beating on CANDUS as well, and CANDUS didn't do anything to stop it or something. There is some allegations similar to that. It's hard to tell because the children records are sealed, so it's like you have to really trust the people that are giving you the information, because their memory could be foggy about details, and there's no way to corroborate it.
Well, I mean, time is going to tell. I truly believe it's going to be one of these cases where we ain't going to have nothing until somebody discovers, either find Summer alive or they stumble across a bone somewhere.
Yeah.
My question is, why aren't they charging them for the crimes that they committed against the boys? They're not giving the boys back. Obviously, they found some really bad stuff that was done enough to keep the boys in the custody of the state. If that rises to that level, why are CANDUS and Don,
but they might have just took the boys because the house was bad, in terrible shape.
Right, but they've cleaned it up from what I had heard, and so why didn't they get the boys back? Obviously, there's more going on there, and if that's the case, why aren't they being charged for those?
I think the whole thing is Don wouldn't take parenting classes and things of that nature. What I heard CANDUS was going with the program while Don was locked up. She was doing all the classes and doing all those things, and then Don, he won't do his part.
Makes you wonder why.
I mean,
and those abuse charges, guys, those were just dismissed against her baby, her son, because she signed over the rights to her son. And I think she had a daughter at the time.
Yes, she
did.
But
she did. She signed over her rights, so they dismissed the charges. That's why they got dismissed, not because it didn't happen, because her son definitely has brain damage.
Okay. Yeah, I knew he had brain damage because her daughter said so. So,
I mean, there's nothing, you can't dance around it. It's facts on what they have done.
Well, we haven't heard anybody really say too much about them abusing the boys or anything.
Yeah, we have. We had the
laying on the hot sidewalk thing. I heard that.
No, we have a worker at one of the convenience stores, and the boys went in there, and this was a situation where CANDUS had all three boys in Summer, and
she wouldn't let Summer have candy.
And she ended up hitting her because she was throwing a temper tantrum, and she ended up getting smacked. I think it was in the face in front of the cashier.
Allegedly.
If I remember correctly.
While you're on a break, Dolly, I'm going to hop down. I have to get some sleep, okay?
Okay. All right, Dumpling.
All right. Good night, Betty.
Good night. Oh, I just realized it's 5 a.m. I need to get work.
I'm about to wrap up too, Betty. It was good talking to you.
Yeah, thanks. God bless, and justice for Summer Wells. This is an awful case. I'll say hi to everybody. Hey. But it's just an awful case, and justice for her. I just hope it doesn't take 7 years to seek justice for her. But we're never going to get a murder conviction without a deceased person, and that's where we're at right now with her case.
All right, Betty, you be good.
Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, peace. All right, guys. So, I don't know what to take from it, but Cher did the right thing. She sent it over to TBI, and if it's something, I'm sure TBI will handle it. But 3 years is a long time. No answers. Will answers come? I don't know. Now, I don't want to use this to attack the parents, because Summer's birthday is coming up and this is really bad timing of it. And did Sharon them do this because of that timing that, you know, it's going to be her birthday? And I don't know. I just don't like it being a shit show being stirred up, right? And everybody's pointing the finger at Don and Candace, and they got a celebration going on for their daughter in what, a little over a week, 10 days, something like that. So, I mean, there's times that, you know, do things, you know, timing, like people in their timing, you got to question the timing of things sometimes. Like, why are they doing this now? Like, if you had this stuff for 2 years, why now? Why right before her birthday and all that, you know? It's really weird to me. So, guys, if you haven't, there's still 1,000 of you here. Do me a solid. Hit the like button for me, because they have been sharing the videos thanks to you guys. Okay, we've been doing all right in the algorithm. It's starting to maybe like my face a little bit, and that's because you guys have been hitting the like button. Y'all been sharing it on your Facebooks and things like that. Thank you guys. Y'all rock. Okay, can't do it without you. We're really close to 31,000. So if you ain't subbed up yet, definitely sub up. If you're out there watching the ether, we're going to bring you a bunch of cool stuff this year. I got some cool plans. We're going to rock the doors off this place. So you need to be here for it. I got the thumb. Your face is fine. Thank you, Karen Lee. Thank you. Rumor. Listen, so take the news you got today with what it is. We don't really know. We were not able to see these images. We kind of trust Justin. I don't really trust Cher. Don't know her that good. And he says they're not the best pictures. So we'll see what comes out of it. And Replay Crew, let me know what you think in the comment box down below about all this stuff that is going on with these Summer Wells pictures. Okay. Do you believe what they're selling? Let me know. Comment box down below. And I'll see you guys later today when I get my lazy ass up. I should be up pretty early today. I'm going to sleep a couple more hours because I woke up, but I'm still a little tired. So I'm probably going to nap back out for a couple hours. And I'll see you guys later. All right. Peace.